everyone and welcome to the Enemies Earlier, and thank you for joining me as we rank each and every male character from the certain Magical Index franchise. Now, of course, I did say each and every one. I may have missed a couple, but I've got the main focused bulk male characters. If I have missed anyone influential out, then of course let me know in the comments down below and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on them as a reply. But without further ado, let's jump in, let's rank these characters from S, A, B, C and D and give you my thoughts as to why. First of all, Accelerator is going in S. No need to argue that, that's fine. Now Alistair is going into B tier for me personally. With my experience and exposure to Index being the first light novel and the spin-offs and up to season 3 of the Index anime, Alistair has yet to do much. He's got a bit of mystery behind him, which is what puts him in B, but at the same time, I still want to see more from him before putting him any further up the ladder. Next up, we have this character, which is one of Toma's friends, who I think was rumoured to be a level 5, well, the hidden level 5, I should say, back along. But I think something happened in Railgun T that kind of disproved that, so he's going in C tier. Still want to see what he's all about, though. Next up, Aqua of the rear. I like Aqua, pretty cool character, great morals, and yeah, I liked his story arc. A scientist from the Railgun franchise. Don't remember his name really, but going in D. Next up, we have Mizuki Shokuho's assistant, which I'm going to put in C. He didn't really have anything outstanding that made me like him, or anything that made me hate him. So he's just a type of character. So we'll leave him in that position. Next up, we have this character from Season 1 of Index. Now you're probably thinking, why would you put him in B tier? He's a scumbag. Well, that's exactly what he was meant to be. And he played that role perfectly. Plus, it's thanks to his character that we managed to see Toma's Dragon Strike or Dragon's Roar. Whatever the move was called, it was still an amazing thing. And honestly, I left the arc hating him and not liking the character at all. And that's exactly what he was meant to do as an antagonist. Next up, Hishigata. Hishigata is going in C tier for me. He was one of the better villains within the Accelerator spin-off series. Not really a good villain, but the best one out of them. And of course, speaking of villains from the Accelerator series, we've got Chef, aka the leader of Full Course, and I'm going to just put the Full Course characters into one here, and they're going at the bottom of D tier. If you didn't see my latest review where I talked about Full Course from the manga series, then of course you wouldn't know that I absolutely despise this group for all the wrong reasons. They are not a good antagonist at all. They are really lackluster and boring. Next up, we've got the character that I think Shirai and Misaka wanted to get their headmaster to try and go out with or something in that weird episode. So we're going to go and see. Don't remember him a whole lot, but he didn't do anything to make me dislike him. Speaking of villains from Accelerator, we have another bad one, and that is Dar. Dar were just... They had something very exciting going from being the dark side of anti-skill, but then their execution was just... yeah. Rubbish. Another character in C tier, as we get a character from Index 3 in Russia that helps Hamazora. He's a good boy, so putting him in S tier. Just look at that smile. He's so cute and fluffy. Fluffy. Next up, the first character in A tier is Sogita Gunner, giving him some guts. See what I did there? I don't know why I did that, but rolling with it. Next up, we got Bubba. And honestly, I'm putting him above Alistair because, again, he's another antagonist that I absolutely despised and wanted dead by the end of Railgun T and his character conclusion. So, I mean, as a slimy scumbag that you didn't like, he did that perfectly, and that's what makes me like the character all the more. Next up, we got Gensai Sekihara. Another character that had a very good showcasing within Railgun T. A character that always is shrouded in mystery, always carried a sinister vibe with him, and put up a great fight against Mizuki Shokuho in a battle of wits and smarts. I actually just really like this character overall. Izel, Or Etel. Is that Italy? I don't know. D tier. Fioma. Now this might actually annoy some people, but I'm putting Fioma in C tier. As an antagonist in Index 3, I just didn't like him. He just didn't have anything like majorly good going for him. He had a god complex from what I can remember, and apart from that, I don't remember anything else about him. So yeah, Fioma, sorry. Maybe someone can convince me otherwise that he should be higher. That's what I'm going to do him as. Next up, we've got this guy. He, I think, was a part of Skill Out, and he was all about Kotori's character arc and development. Not bad, so we'll put him in C. Hamazora, I'm putting him at the bottom of B. The reason being is, there's always been a debate with Hamazora that he's now one of the main protagonists without the Index franchise. You know, when you think of the top 3 influential Index characters, you think of Accelerator, Toma, and Misaka. But now some people do throw Hamazora into the mix, and I unfortunately can't see that. Hamazora had a good piece of development throughout Index 3, but apart from that, I just don't care about him, and there's nothing really special about the character except for the fact is he stood up to Mugano that one time, even being a level 0. Yeah, I mean, he took Toma's advice and ran with it in leaps and bounds, which is good, but at the same time, Hamazora, I can't think of too much positive things to say. So put him at the bottom of B. Heaven Chancellor is going in A tier. I mean, he won't win a beauty competition, but he'll certainly help save your life if you're still alive. And if you're an animal, he's not the specialist at them, but he'll certainly help them too. You know what? I can respect this character. He's great, and I want to know how and why he has his ability. Now this character, I'm going to put at the second to top of D. He's actually an idol, I think Shirai and Ueharu like to flaunt over. I think that's his character, and yes, it is a male, not a female, but yeah, another one that might get heads turning. Now, of course, I've read the first chapter of A Certain Scientific Dark Matter, and that wasn't too gripping or too thrilling. I also saw his fight against Accelerator in Season 3 of Index. Again, nothing really that special, and he just comes across to me as a petty child, which I guess to some extent he is, but I wouldn't want to see a major anime spin-off of him. I'm sorry if you feel that's wrong, but that's just my opinion, of course. Next up, Toma's dad has got it going on. Yeah, he had one episode, didn't really see him again after that. Didn't do anything terrible, didn't do anything special. Another duplicate, which is obviously Mizuki Shogaho's assistant. We got the Knight. Now the Knight, I actually quite liked his conflict and I quite like his storyline. And character design wise, it's simple yet effective. Tier of the left. I think that was his name. C tier. This character goes at the top of A, top of B, D. I'll get there in the end. He gets quite a bit of respect for going up against Accelerator, trying to steal his DNA, but ultimately we knew that was never going to happen. Now this character. I quite liked his character in the fact that he wanted to try and save his wife or girlfriend or something. And in order to do that, he was manipulated by Alistair, I believe, and he was led to believe that if he sort of took out Toma or got the grimoire. No, it was if he got the grimoires. If he got the grimoires, he would be able to save his wife. That's why he had that conflict with Toma and Index and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, he used pyronesis or pyrokinetics or something. I think that was his ability. Could be wrong. I could have just said some random rubbish there that didn't make any sense. Sorry if I did. Ice Cream Man. Better than Chef, but I still don't remember who he is that much. Yeah. The crazy pyro maniac that used a level upper. Cool. A scientist from the Railgun series. This character, I don't remember his name, but I do remember his importance within Season 2 of Index. Fighting Accelerator and just absolutely brutalizing him once Accelerator's battery ran out. The fact that he has so much ties and backstory with Accelerator and his showcasing and dominance within Season 2, that was amazing to see. And honestly, I just really liked the brutality and the aggression this character brought. I thought it was brilliant for the series. Next up, we have a male character. Yes, this character is male, despite his appearance. And it shocked me a little bit when I found this out. A member of Team Scavenger. Actually, to be honest, I think DB is probably... I think we have to put it there. I think we do have to drop her down. She doesn't really do much from what I've experienced so far. But nevertheless, though, I do like the design. I like the twist that it looks a bit female-ish, but is actually a guy. And she was just a bit crazy and psychotic when I saw her facing Accelerator and others in the Accelerator manga. Yeah, hopefully we see more of her soon. Oh, him, sorry. Hopefully see more of him soon. Style. Style... I'm putting style in C. I mean, again, it's probably another... After Index 3, we probably do dabble into the more magical side of things in New Testament and other things, so I guess style would have a bit more relevance. But at the moment, I don't see much relevance for his character. He seems quite weak when compared to everybody else, so he's not really that decent. He's got some good connections, but at the same time, nothing else is particularly special about him. If I was doing this list at the start of Index, like at the end of Season 2, then I might have been like, yeah, he's a B tier character. But with all the other characters ahead of him and, surrounding him, I think he drops down to C, because he was okay at the start, but now he just kind of drifted into the background. Next up, we have the character from the Amaska Church, I believe he is, or the new Amaska. Basically, he's the leader of that group, and, or maybe sub-leader now that Kanzaki, I think, joined. I'm not 100% certain. But at the same time, I like his antics with Itsuwa. I like the antics he did with that and how he tried to encourage her. Brilliant. Toma is going in S tier. I just like Toma's character. He's a brilliant protagonist, and from what I've heard, he gets even better moving into New Testament. Tsuji Mikado. I'm actually going to put Tsuji Mikado... You know what? We're dropping him. We're doing that. We're doing Tsuji Mikado in S tier. Why not? Tsuji Mikado is great. I love his personality. I love his actions. I love the kind of lore and background of this character. Brilliant. Next up, we have a character that was a part of this guy's group. Which I think I've got to put there. I don't remember too much about him. He does open up a few questions in my mind about why he's like that, and I do hope to see more of him soon. And I think we are going to, from what I've experienced and what I've got left to go. So yeah, I mean, that is my list. Do I want to change any positions around? Probably hear people screaming saying move this character up, but I can't see a reason to. Fioma probably is a little bit low. Maybe I'll push Fioma up a little bit. Yeah, I'll put Fioma up a little bit more, but that's probably as far as I'm going to go. Maybe above style, but that's it. That's it. I mean, to be honest, I actually thought these two characters were the same at first, but obviously they're not. Oh well. So there you have it. That is my list for the rankings of the characters from the certain Magical Index franchise. Now, of course, you may disagree or agree with some of the positions I put them in. Obviously, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. On that though, have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. Alligator, Matane, goodbye.